All right, I know what you're gonna say. I get it. It's been a while. Look, the track record doesn't look great, but I still enjoy manga. Hello, all of my otaku friends. My name is Profitaku, and welcome back to my channel for another manga video. Unbeknownst to many of you, I've been on a incidental manga buying ban for the last couple of months, and it's been quite an interesting journey, and I just kind of want to talk about it, so stay tuned. So if you've been wondering where I've been for the last month, I have started the new school year and I was doing my band camp with my high school band. So it's been quite a busy summer and obviously I haven't been able to upload, so I apologize about that. But that's not what this video is about. It's about my manga buying ban. My last order of manga was at the end of May, and then I had some things come in June based off of those May orders, and then I just stopped buying manga. And the main reason why I stopped buying manga was because I bought a new car, and so obviously I was putting money towards the car, and I just didn't have a desire to buy manga because of this new cost in my life. But I realized many things that came out of me not buying manga for a month, and then I was like gonna go, okay, I'm gonna buy more manga later. I kept a list on my phone, and then things happened and I extended it for another month, and now we're going on almost 2.5 months with me not even buying any manga, and I'm still here and I'm still okay. But there are 3 things that came out of this incidental journey that I did want to talk about because I feel like it's a really interesting kind of shift in my mentality, and it kind of bridges the gap between my other videos where I've talked about manga buying addiction, reading and burning out, and things like that. So the first thing that kind of opened my eyes was that when I stopped having an influx of manga come in every week, and with me not buying any more manga, my desire to read just went way into the toilet. And I think it was because I felt like I had an obligation to read, if that makes any sense. I had manga coming in and I was like, oh, I gotta keep up to date and I gotta keep going with my manga reading so that my TBR just doesn't explode. And because no manga is coming in anymore, I was like, well, I don't really feel pressured to read. I'm gonna read when I want to and what I want. And then it ended up being, well, I just don't want to read. So for the month of July, I only read like 4 or 5 volumes of manga, and I'm starting to pick it back up again, but it's definitely been a slow process and kind of an eye-opener of my buying habits were really a catalyst for how much I was reading. And now that I don't have any desire to buy, I don't have a desire to read. But it's not like I don't like manga, because I pick up a volume of manga. For example, last night I started Spy Family Volume 10. And I was reading it and I was like, yeah, this is great. Very enjoyable. I love manga. It's a lot of fun. I love the characters. But I don't have this like yearning or urge anymore, like to keep reading because I have to, which I think is actually going to develop a very healthy relationship with manga moving forward, in that I don't feel like I'm pressured to read all the time. The next thing that kind of opened my eyes in this manga buying ban experience was my TBR is overwhelmingly too large. So when I buy manga, I usually bring it into this room and I keep it on the side. And now that there's no pile of manga sitting on the side waiting to be put into the catalog and into the TBR stack, then it moved from my eyes being focused on that part of the room to the actual whole collection itself. And then looking around, I was like, what are you doing? What have you been doing? Your TBR has not been decreasing at all over the last several years. It's only been increasing. And it really kind of overwhelmed me, because I was like looking at my collection and going, why was I buying when I have all this manga that I have to read and it's gonna take me years to get through it? So that overwhelming impending sense of doom, if that makes any sense, made it so I extended my buying ban to month number 2, because I was like, what's the point? Like, look around you. You have a manga collection that any normal weeb otaku would dream of, and you want more, and there's no reason to want more, especially with the TBR being as big as it is. And the third thing that I noticed is that with the buying ban happening, the itch to try out new series or new volume ones, things that are just being released in June and July, that urge has gone away as I've continued to look at this collection and thinking about why I picked up these series in the first place. So when I was first intensely building this collection, I'm picking up these series because they're highly acclaimed or things I know that I really want to read. And then on the buying ban side, I was realizing that I was picking up these new series to get that same feeling, like, oh, maybe I'm missing out on a new magical series, when I'm forgetting that this collection itself is an entity of what I wanted in the first place, and there's no reason to inject new life into something that is already very natural and organic to my taste specifically. Now, I will say though that there is an urge to continue with ongoing series that I am currently keeping up with in this collection, but the urge to start new series is basically completely gone. Now, I do have a running tally on my phone of things that I would like to go ahead and pick up in the future that have been released in the last several months, but do I have a desire to start it right now? No. And will it go out of print anytime soon? Absolutely not. So it's nice to feel a sense of control over my collection and what is things that I want to read currently, and not feeling like I need to be up to date with the new fashionable thing in the manga industry. Now, is that to say that I haven't been getting any manga the last 2 months? No, I do plan on putting out a manga haul here in the next week, and that will contain all of the things that were sent to me from Yen Press. So I am getting an injection of manga because of the kind of the influencer stuff that I have to do, which is fine, and I really enjoy that part and being able to support Yen Press and continue that relationship with them. But on the other side, other than them, I have no desire to pick up new things and inject more money into it. So to conclude, I did want to put this video out there because I have been away for a little bit, and it's kind of been a combination of because I have nothing to talk about in the manga sphere, because I haven't necessarily been in the manga sphere in terms of ingesting and reading and buying. But it's been kind of a really interesting realization of the chemical component in your brain that really kind of drives what this collection and collecting is all about, and how surprisingly easy it is to detox off of those feelings and look at what your collection actually means to you. And I do have an appreciation of my collection more now that I've gotten away from the buying and looking at what memories I've created with this collection over the 5 years that I've been in this hobby and in this space, and being able to understand that it's not about the buying anymore. It's about stories and what these stories mean to me. And that's what's the most important part about manga. As always, if you enjoy the content of my videos, make sure you hit that like button, tap the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you know when more of my videos come out, and I will see you in the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.